Well, hey everybody, I'm so excited to introduce you to my friend Macon today. Macon, welcome to BecomingMeTV. And Macon and I actually met through mutual friends via social media as well. So we haven't even met in real life yet, but one of these days, I'm crossing my fingers, we will, because as you guys are about to hear and see, Macon is literally the best person ever. And she has an incredible story. So, but enough of me bragging on her. Macon, like, who's Macon? Let's kick it off with that.
Yeah, I'm Macon. I am from Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm currently a junior, finishing up my junior year at UNC, which is crazy to me.
Oh, girl.
Not ready for that last year to start yet. Okay, one more month.
You got this.
Yeah, I'm a cheerleader here and an RA, so that's kind of how I fill my time. But
Awesome.
being busy, yeah.
What's the mascot for your school?
So it's kind of confusing. We're the Tar Heels, but then our physical mascot is Ramses, who's a
Okay. Okay.
yeah. So we have two mascots, I guess.
Okay. That's so cool. I remember during football season, like literally every time I see your school, well, and basketball season too, but I'll be like, do I see Macon? Do I see Macon? Where's Macon? Looking for you on the sidelines. I love it.
I haven't seen my family at all in the month of March. Like, I didn't get to see them, so my mom is living through the ESPN highlights that were in the background. I got to see you today.
That's so funny. Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, I've had the privilege of hearing your story, and I'm just really excited for BecomingMeTV to hear it as well. So why don't you just unpack your story with us?
Absolutely. I guess the easiest way to start my story is to say that I was born and raised in a Christian home. My parents are absolute rock stars. My mom is just the definition of the glue that holds everything together. She is so encouraging. Like, every day in our family group message, just with Bible verses and quotes and devotions, and that's just kind of how she's been for my entire life. Both of my parents, took me to church. I did all of it: the Sunday school, the confirmation. It was just basically when I think of my childhood, I think of that. I knew the Bible stories, I knew the songs. I was all about the Bible bucks and getting my verses memorized.
Yeah, girl.
Andy. And it really just was easy. It was so easy growing up until I got to high school. And then high school kind of became more of a challenge because there's a lot more of the world in front of you. I went from this super small middle school where I knew everyone to a high school that was huge. And I don't think I really knew who I was at all. And so I just really focused on making this checklist of like all the things I had to be to get to the next stage of life, which for me was UNC. The whole entire 4 years I was in high school was all about getting myself to college. I didn't really stop and think about where I was or think about the present and try to be a part of that. I was all about the next step. And so the list, it sounds so trivial now when I think about it, but it was just so many little things, like good grades and this club and being a cheerleader and having this group of friends. And youth group kind of became one of those things. My relationship with God became one of those things that I just had it on the list, and I had to check it off, and I had to make sure that I was doing what I was supposed to do to be the good kid that I wanted to be seen as, or the future UNC student that I wanted the admissions council to think I was. And it worked in high school. It's really easy to just go about a really worldly point of view. It's all going in your favor, and classes aren't hard, and people like you. And then I got to college, and there are a whole lot of us here. So I went from being the top of everything to being just like everyone else here. Everyone here is the top of their class, wherever they came from. And college was hard. I took Rocks for Jocks, thought it was going to be easy. Wasn't at all. That was a wake-up call. For the first time in my life, I was on a team that I wasn't the best, the front and the center of everything. I was honestly kind of ignored for my entire year. And, me and my boyfriend from high school broke up, and me and my best friends weren't talking to each other anymore because we were at different schools. And I was just like, what do I do? What happens when all these things that you've based yourself off of just aren't there anymore. And I really struggled with finding a campus ministry throughout that time. I was just really not sure what I wanted to do. A large part of the reason why I'd gone to church so much in middle and high school is because my parents told me to, and my parents introduced me to it. And so without them holding my hand and taking me, that part just kind of fell away. I didn't have that comfort anymore. And so I was just really lost. I think that's the best way to describe it. I was like, what am I doing? I'm trying so hard in my classes and I'm still not getting A's, and I'm trying so hard at practice but I'm still not getting put in the center of the lineup, or I'm not getting chosen to do this game or that game. And I was trying to find friends, and so I really fell into the wrong crowd. And I just was going out a lot. I was drinking. I was looking to that to be my comfort. I wanted to be like, I thought that because I couldn't be a smart person or the best cheerleader or insert role here, I could just be fun, and then everyone would like me. I was going to be a good time, and then that fell apart. So I was just watching like one thing after another kind of fall off my checklist. I'm also very type A, so checking things off a list is probably my favorite thing in the world.
Me too.
I can't do that anymore. It's really stressful. I make things up that I went to class today. Check that off. Well, you're supposed to go to class. The whole time that I'm like falling apart, there was a girl on the cheerleading team named Tyler Miles who she was 2 years older than me. So I was a freshman, she was a junior, and she was trying so hard. She was trying so hard to be there. She was inviting me to Athletes in Action, which is a very a campus ministry that's entirely athletes here. I was doing the whole like, oh yeah, like I'll think about it when I get done with my homework, and then I wasn't going. And she's trying. My freshman year wraps up. Things are still all over the place. Poor Tyler is still trying. And at the beginning of my sophomore year, I finally said yes. And she started discipling me and just started just kind of breaking down a lot of the lies that I had told myself, that I had to be all these things to be successful. And once she started like pouring that into me and teaching me that, and I started to believe it, it was just like this radical change of how different things felt. It didn't feel bad to fail a test anymore, and it didn't feel bad that I wasn't the person who was going to get to be at the top of the pyramid, and it didn't feel bad that so and so didn't ask me to go out with them on Thursday night, because I had so much more to base my self-worth in and to put myself into. And so I actively made the decision. I would have told people that I was a Christian all of my life, but I think I really actively made the decision to have a relationship with Christ and to put my self-worth in that my sophomore year of college. And it's just so different. Things are so much less stressful, and even when they are stressful, there's still so much more joy that you can find in them when you are not putting the weight of the world on your own shoulders.
That's so good. That's so good. Do you still keep in touch with the girl who was mentoring you?
So Tyler's actually the world's biggest rock star ever, and she is in Uganda for the year.
How cool.
So she is working with International Justice Mission, but she comes home in like 12 days or something ridiculous like that.
Yay!
We are all actively, the entire cheerleading team is actively awaiting her. So I'm really excited to have her back. She's just like such an encouragement. Even from the other side of the world, the way that she's spoken the world's love into my life and into other people's is so encouraging.
That's really, really cool. I love that. And I think it's so cool how now you get to be very much what she was for you to so many other girls, both on your team and just through sharing your story and how you're becoming through BecomingMe.tv, which is really cool. And, one of the questions that I always ask in these stories, and I'm excited to hear what you have to share on it, is if you were sitting across from another woman on her own becoming journey, much like what happened with you, what would you share to encourage her?
I think I would just say, like, there's so much more to everything. I think I learned very quickly along my journey that, like, there's so much more to cheerleading than being the best cheerleader in the world. You can be that motherly figure to someone the way Tyler was to me, or you can just be encouraging, or like you're not meant to be the shining star and everything, and there's so much more than just being the center of attention. And sometimes it's so much more rewarding to be that instead of being.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Oh my goodness. Girl, you've got so much wisdom. Like, I'm just so excited for you, and I love your journey. And for those of you who are watching too, like, you can connect with Macon, and you can get to continue to follow her story like I am. That's what I love about social media. So follow her on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I know she would love to encourage you like she encourages me. And I just thank you for sharing your story. Like, you're a rock star, for real.
Thank you so much for letting me share.